Hi there, thanks for checking out one of our videos. We work on electric fence chargers for a living. That's what we do. We work on all brands and all ages of electric fence chargers. We give free quotes. We do 18-month warranties on everything that we work on, even if it's a 30-year-old unit or older. We do 18-month repair warranties on stuff. But you can check us out at our website. There's a link down below. Fencerfixer.com is our site. Fencer and Fixer is both spelled with an F as in Frank. And we also work on cattle scales and livestock low bars. But there's our information. You can call us, text us, email me, whatever. We help you out with anything we can. But what this video is going to be about is just kind of a review of this little unit. This is a Gallagher M160. They've got about 5-6 models that are in this case design that are made today. This is the biggest of those ones. It's a 1.6 stored joule, probably like 1.5, 1.2 maybe output joules. They sell for about 120 bucks, give or take $10. I'm not sure. Probably between 100 and 125 dollars for this particular model. It's a good little unit. They're technically not designed to be rebuilt or fixed. They're kind of not really a throwaway, but they are, like, if they fail, within warranty time, they just over to the counter exchange them. Typically is what they're supposed to do. That they carry, as of 2018, they carry a 3-year warranty on all the Gallagher stuff. It was manufactured before that. It only carried a 2-year warranty, but they don't. That's based on when you bought it, that sort of thing. What I like about these units, they're pretty durable little units. They're not very heavy, and they're pretty durable, but they're got a good case design. I really like their knobs and their bolts. They're really good. They got a metal insert inside there, so it's a stainless steel bolt on there, so it really threads on good. Not really any way to cross thread it. I mean, they go on really smooth. This is a 110, 120 volt unit. Well built, put together really well. This particular unit came into us for repair. I got a video I just did the other day or earlier today on how to fix one of these things. These things aren't necessarily designed to be fixed. Gallagher, what I mean by that, Gallagher doesn't sell any parts, any internal parts for this unit. They'll sell you knobs and a power cord, and that's about it. But boards and transformers and capacitors inside these things they don't sell the parts. At this time, they don't sell them. They're just over-the-counter exchange. If they're within warranty, outside of warranty, they're cheap enough. Their idea is to get 5, 6, 10 years or longer out of it, and it craps out, throw it away and buy another one, kind of thing. And they're just kind of a competitive model towards like the small little Zariba type things, or the Patriot. That's another brand. It's kind of a throwaway deal. This particular unit was built in it's a 2017 model. The first 2 digits is a year. Third and fourth number is a week of that year, and that fifth number is the day of that week. So this is manufactured from right to left. First day of the 10th week of 2017. That's when this was manufactured on. So, that's when this was manufactured. But another thing you need to watch out for is why people don't read the instructions, I don't know. But look at the back of the case right here. For inside use only. So there's no gaskets inside this. And this goes for any AC powered unit. I don't think any of them have gaskets. Paramac, Power Wizard, Cyclops, none of them have gaskets in. I mean, Speedrite's got some plug-in / battery powered units like the 1000 up to the 12,000. Their plug-in or battery, their boards are encased in an epoxy for those boards. That's the kind of waterproofing, because you can put those units outdoors on a 12 volt and solar panel, or run them inside on a 110 volt. But strictly AC powered models, you need it. This is coming from a repair guy. If you got to put them outside, build a cover for them, build a box for them. These things aren't very big. About the size of your hand, roughly, sit in the palm of your hand. But these things, this one in particular, it got water in it. We repaired it. I'll put a link down in the description below. I might even run a little thing across the screen earlier or now with the video link. But if you just type in Gallagher M160 repair or something like that, this unit was water damaged inside. But the good thing is, if you're good enough at repairs of electronic stuff, you can test some things and you can actually repair these boards inside there, which is what we did. If this went to anybody else, I don't know what they would have done. They'd probably say, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You need to throw it away and buy another one. Well, water damage ain't covered by the warranty," because it's not. And water damage is not covered under warranty by any brand, really, here in the States anyways, in North America. But we're going to plug this thing in. I'll show you the inside real quick before I plug it in. We're going to pull these screws out. They are UL listed units. All of Gallagher's AC models are UL listed, which is nice. That means they've been through all the rigmarole of a UL underwriter laboratories. But with them being UL listed, they have to have some kind of, per their instructions and rules, they have to have some kind of tamper-proof Torx or some kind of security bit, or something on them on AC models only. That goes for Parmac, anything. And they are a T20 security Torx, or regular Torx, but they got the little divot there in the center there. So you have to have a screw or the bit that has that hole in the center of it right there. So if you don't have that, you won't be able to take it apart. So pull these screws off. But yeah, unfortunately, this thing water damage. I've already cleaned a lot of the water damage up. Go to our Facebook page. I think I have some pictures on there of the water damage. But this is what the inside looks like. Pretty basic little unit on the inside. Got a transformer, a capacitor, and a circuit board. They use really good capacitors. They buy these from someplace. They're not Gallagher specialty capacitor, but they are made for electric fence chargers, not like a run capacitor for an air conditioner or whatever. They're pulse grade capacitor. It even says it on there. Pulse grade capacitator. And then they make their own transformers in-house. Gallagher makes their own right in-house. They build their boards in-house. They don't outsource them to China or Japan or anybody. Sure, they get the parts from some other place, but they build all their boards in-house. Their boards, at least the back side, I don't know about the front side, maybe at least the back side, they've got a conformal coating that they put on there to try to help with corrosion and stuff. But they are not waterproof. So it's like, it's got conformal coating. I can put it outside. It's going to protect it. To a point, but they're not waterproof. I mean, like I said, there's no gaskets in them. I mean, if you look at this, it has this little trough thing running around here. And it's supposed to shield the water, hopefully, out to run out the bottom and it's leak out the bottom here. But you can see this little lip runs all the way around the case. But there's still some little bit of water residue in here from earlier. You can kind of see it right down here. So, which will probably leave this open, let it air dry. But it's a good little unit. I like them. Gallagher makes an overall decent product. Even though these things are pretty small, power-wise, they're still pretty well built. You don't get them in for repair very often for two reasons. One, they don't go bad very often, unless lightning or just water damage like this one was. Or, they last longer. Or the guys just don't fix them because they don't make any parts for them. But we repaired that board inside there. I got about a 30-minute video of me desoldering and soldering and replacing parts on the board. And for a handful of dollars, we fixed the thing. It's $120, give or take $10 for a new one. Pretty good price for this size of unit. It's 1.6 stored joule. Probably puts out output joules, probably 1.5, I would say, somewhere between there. Now we're going to plug this thing in. It has a little green bulb on there. Hopefully this thing stays in place enough where I can show you the bulb. It's a little green neon bulb. And it is low impedance, so it does that nice little click in, not a constant current one by any means. And also on your knobs, what I like about them is the knobs are good quality knobs. But they got the green for ground. It also has a ground symbol embedded in it. And red for fence. It has a lot of lightning bolt. But if you're like, oh crap, I pulled my knobs off, where do they go? If you look at the front of the case, they've got the hot symbol. Let me turn the light on. Got the hot symbol and ground symbol embedded into the front case. So that's pretty nice. So tells you, so if you take your knobs off, not sure which one goes where, just match the symbols up. So now we're going to take this tester And we're going to put it across here and test it. 6 point, it's kind of bouncing around. It's right around 7,000 volts. We were like 6.8, and we jumped to 7.2, 6.6, 7. So right around 7,000 volts out of the thing. So pretty good amount of voltage for a small unit. See if we can take a couple screwdrivers and do a little spark jump. So a good little bite to a small charger. I mean, these things aren't, you know, they're not like a 5, 10, 20 joule unit or bigger, but, you know, they're 1.6 joules. They'd be good for, I don't know, you put around probably on the safe side, probably 25 acres, I'd say. I mean, you probably go bigger than that, but if you want something good, like a garden or a small pen, look at one of these little Gallagher units. I mean, M160, they make an M120, a M60, M30, and like an M10. I really wouldn't screw around with M10 or M30, kind of a small, dinky. They're basically the same design, just smaller guts on the inside and smaller power, but they do cost less. But they're reliable, you know, they're good. I mean, but they're like 40 bucks for 40, 50 bucks for the small one. This is 125, give or take 10 bucks. So, but you get a lot more power out of this one. So this would be a good one. The M120 is a good one. I'd probably, if I was going to mess around with a small unit like this for smaller areas, I'd probably, honestly myself, just from a power standpoint, I'd probably go with the M60 or bigger. I wouldn't, M30 probably do all right, I get, but a little M10, that's such a little power charger. It'd be good for like a garden and clean fence, you know, that kind of thing on a small area. Things bound up inside here. I gotta get. How the hell is get the thing? There it goes. There's this in the way. Well, I was gonna leave this cover off anyways, let it air dry out. So I'll get this thing figured out and put it back together in a second. Already repaired it and put it back together once. But yeah, it's a good little unit. I mean, it's a pretty sophisticated little charger, you know, for what it is. Got the multiplier circuit over here, builds it up gradually to the big capacitor. This timing device triggers it, times it, and fires that capacitor into the transformer. Transformer builds the power up, spits it out to your terminals out here. So pretty straightforward design. Nothing too fancy in it. They got some surface mount crap on the back side of the board. But so if you got one of these little units, little Gallagher small ones like this, M160 or smaller, they made like an M20, a M50, a M100 back like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Basically the same kind of idea. They don't make any parts for them things either. These are there's no boards for them, no transformers for them, no capacitors for them. But these hardly ever go bad. Boards, they don't usually go bad unless something happens to them. Like this one had water in it, you know, and that's what ruined this one. But luckily we fixed the board and saved the guy from having to spend another $125 on a new one. You know, he fixed it for a handful of money, and you know, and not too much to fix it. But anyways, this helps you out, or you're looking for a little unit, I highly recommend the thing. Just put it inside so you don't have to send it to a guy like me to work on. For inside use only. So put it inside. Or if you want to install it outside, put a 5-gallon bucket over it, build a little box for it, and I put on the overhang of my building. It's like, yeah, but it's still exposed on most of the sides. The wind blows just right. Water hits its side of it, and you know, gradually going to work its way past there and ruin it. So you know, if you got under an overhang of a building, just make a little 3-sided box with a front cover on it and let the wires come out the bottom of the thing. Protect these things. You know, you spent, you know, $100 or more, you know, might as well spend another $5 to 20, 30 bucks on some kind of little box or a tote tray, or if you got a 5-gallon bucket, mount on a post, or however this guy had this thing, I probably had it mounted on a post, slide it onto a T-post with this big old ring there. Put a 5-gallon bucket. The thing ain't that big. You can put a 5-gallon bucket over it. something. But anyways, hopefully you like this video. Subscribe, ask us questions. I mean, all we do is work on stuff. We don't sell anything, so occasionally we sell some parts. But this is a good little unit. I like them. We don't get them in very often, but when we do, it's almost always water damage or lightning. But they can be fixed to a point. You know, don't throw, just because Gallagher says you can't fix them doesn't mean you can't. So anyways, do another video of how to fix one, or how to test one, or review on how one works and what they're like. We will see you guys later on.